sad that at a point when we thought we have someone we can consider as a role model, it's sad that at a point when Rivers youth, Niger Delta people consider that yes, we have a man we can actually speak of when it comes to integrity. We are thinking that George Nwaeke, the former head of service, was someone we can actually count upon in terms of integrity. We are thinking he's a man that have what it takes for people to choose as a role model. We were also very much happy that at a point when we thought that he was going to do the bidding of Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister, he decided to resign. We were happy when we heard that he resigned because he was asked to sign a certain cook document that does not correspond with what he's aware or the knowledge he has in the government house or in Rivers State government. We're also very much happy that he resigned because he refused to be part of the sad situation that we are experiencing in Rivers State. So we are happy that he resigned, and we were also appreciating his kind of person, and at the same time giving kudos to his family. Little do we know that George Nwaeke was going to disappoint everybody. Disappoint in the sense that he lost integrity, he lost character, and cannot be seen as a role model anymore. Cannot be seen as an example of a good leader. Because we were thinking that considering what is going on in Rivers State, we understand that the current situation in Rivers State, a lot of persons, a lot of people now see like a catch-out situation. It's so embarrassing and so ashamed that some elders and stakeholders in the state are saying this thing to be something they are appreciating because it favors them. Let's call a spade a spade. That it favors you today does not mean that it is the right thing to happen. It might not favor you tomorrow. But what if it favors you today and it's the wrong thing? That it happens in Rivers State today and people are clapping because it favors you. I think it's wrong. George Nwaeke has actually not lived up to expectation at this point in time. And Rivers youth, South youth and Niger Delta people are so disappointed in his character, disappointed that we thought we have a man in him. Little do we know that it was just a child acting the script of a paymaster. At this point, he said Simare Fubara, the executive governor of Rivers State, was responsible for the demolition of the State House of Assembly. And that's what you said, that you heard it when he gave order to some certain persons that work with him to go and demolish the State House of Assembly. And you kept quiet, you didn't say anything as at then. You kept quiet, you never raised any alarm because you were enjoying it. You never raised any alarm, you never said anything. When you were asked to sign a cook document that Rivers State government has spent so amount of money or that so billion was missing, you refused to sign. That you don't have knowledge of what they're asking you to sign, and you resign that you cannot be part of that kind of situation. Today, few hours or few minutes later, you are coming to say that you actually have been aware that the executive governor of Rivers State demolished the State House of Assembly. Now, with the rumor we are hearing, which is not far from the truth, because we also believe that one of those persons that was also aimed at bribing the chief judge of Rivers State, that the FCT minister actually lobbied, which he came out publicly to say that he will not sign any impeachment letter against the governor. We are aware that Nyesom Wike and others are coming together in every effort they can to lobby and to bribe anybody. We are also aware that before now, the former APC state chairman Rivers State, David Ibiamu Ikaya, said it in one of his interviews when he was against or when he was actually supporting Wike. He made it clear to Rivers people that Wike can bribe anything. That if we can see the angel of God, he will still bribe it. That the only luck we should pray is that Wike should not have the privilege of meeting the angel of God. That if you can see meet any angels of the Heavenly Father, that Wike will bribe. Okay, Wike is ready to bribe anything just to have his way. But then we ask a question: if Rivers State at this point that we're having, that we are becoming ashamed of, we have a SOA administrator. We never voted for a SOA administrator. We never requested for a SOA administrator. What position do we have now for Mr. President to declare a state of emergency in Rivers State? Okay, in Abuja, there was shooting in Wuse. There was shooting in Wuse. Yes, the president has not declared.
Let's come on. Time is of the essence.
Let me just land. In Abuja, there was shooting in Abuja in Wuse. The president has refused to declare a state of emergency up to this moment. The president has not addressed that situation that took place under his nose. In Osun State, some local government in Osun State are experiencing coffee. The president has not declared state of emergency in Osun State. In the saga that took place in Lagos State, the State House of Assembly in Lagos State have a serious saga. The President Bola Tinubu did not invite Lagos State House of Assembly to the villa. He did not also request the delegate of Lagos State House of Assembly to the villa. Rather, the president went to Lagos himself to actually address that issue and address that issue peacefully. And today, Lagos State is in peace. So now in the case of Rivers State,
let me cut in there, sorry. See, coming back home, you don't think that this, your defense, is premeditated, because allegations have been leveled, and they were leveled yesterday evening / this morning. You don't think that there should have been thorough investigation? Rather than call for thorough investigation, you are here accusing the former head of of service of lack of intent. You don't think you are being hasty in your conclusion?
At this point, we cannot call for investigation. Reason being that we are aware we are also citizens of this state. I am a youth leader. I am the national president of the South South Youth Initiative. I am not ignorant of what is going on in Rivers State. I am also aware that the play out in Rivers State is as a result of resource control in Rivers State. What is going on in Rivers State is nothing but who will be in charge of resource control in this state. Nwaeke want to be in charge of the resources in this state. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president, wants to also control the resources of Rivers State. That is what is playing out in Rivers State, leaving those of us, the common masses, the poor masses, at the instance of mercy, or at the instance of their mercy. It becomes so challenging and so sad that as we speak, we cannot call for an investigation in the allegation that was placed against Nwaeke. Reason why we can't do that is because, one, we have a perfect gentleman as the governor of Rivers State. We actually did not support Nwaeke because we thought Nwaeke was the second bid of Nwaeke. But now that we have realized that this man means well for Rivers people, now that we have realized that Nwaeke actually have a good intention, that have the passion for things to work in Rivers State, that's why we have decided to support. That's why we decided to support him. Now, going by what is going on, we can also ask that the statement from George Nwaeke, the former head of service, that resigned because he refused to sign a cooked document that was given to him. Today, coming back again to say that he was aware when this happened and when that happened. Why we cannot ask for investigation in that matter is because he has actually created a double standard for himself. So which one are we investigating? If we want to investigate, should we investigate the reason why he resigned? That he said that he is not going to be part of the cooked document that was given to him to sign. Okay, we should investigate that as well. If we also want to investigate, we also have to investigate the allegation he placed against the governor. Then it's going to be a two-sided investigation. Why did you resign? What was the reason why you resigned? Which of the documents did they give you to sign that you refused to sign that warrants your resignation? Then we can now ask, why do you have to come up now to say Nwaeke was accused of demolition? Then we can investigate that. But we cannot call for investigation if we don't go there. Now, we also cannot call for investigation because we are aware of what's played out currently, in recent time, as the crisis is ongoing. We're also aware that the chief judge of Rivers State was bribed 5 billion naira. He made it clear on public. He made it public. I am not saying what rumor, I'm saying what he actually come out publicly to say that he was bribed 5 billion, a house in London and several houses in Nigeria, for him to sign an impeachment letter against the executive governor of Rivers State. So going by what the chief judge of Rivers State have said, or the allegation he has placed against Nwaeke, which also warranted because he denied or he refused to sign the impeachment letter against the governor, they now requested that DSS should go and investigate him. We also want to make our security agencies understand that they must stand independent. Our agencies and institutions must be independent and must stand to be seen to be independently working. Because if they are not ready to stand independently and work to face the truth and give us the true factor of what is going on, or the true fact of what we are going through at this point in time, then it must look like Rivers citizens against security agencies. Because if at this point, because the chief judge of Rivers refused a bribe of 5 billion naira, a house in London and a house in Nigeria, now you now ask for him to investigate it. Because of what has happened, we cannot call for an investigation in the statement of George Nwaeke. We cannot do that.